Hello friends and family of Grace Lutheran Church. Typically in these videos I would talk about a specific hymn for Sunday, but instead today I want to talk to you guys about the scripture and the music for our Good Friday service. Our Good Friday service this year, and many years, actually probably every year at Grace, at least in the years that I've been here, is a Tenebrae service, or a service of darkness, or service of shadows. And these services have been done on Good Friday since medieval times. Tenebrae services are services of meditation on the suffering of Christ, and they contain a series of different readings and responses, prayers, pieces of music, which are then punctuated with the extinguishing of candles as we progress throughout the service. At Grace, the service closes then with the sound of the strepitus, a loud noise which symbolizes, in our bulletin it says it symbolizes the earthquake at the time of Jesus' death, but some might say that it also symbolizes the closing of the tomb or something like that. And different churches are going to use different readings for these Tenebrae services, but many churches, including our church, including Grace, choose to focus on the 7 words from the cross, or the last words that Jesus would speak on the cross during the crucifixion. Following each of the 7 words, a piece of reflective, responsive music is sung, and in our case then a prayer is said, and then one of the 7 candles that will be on the altar is extinguished. We will be using one hymn after all 7 words. I know I said that a different piece of music might be used, but we're using just one hymn, and it's called Jesus in Your Dying Woes. It's number 447 in the Lutheran Service Book. Can't go without putting that line into my video someplace. And it is 21 verses long, though the verses are short. And you'll see on the page here, even if you can't read it, that it's divided into 7 sets of 3 verses each. And each set deals with one of the last words from the cross. The short, powerful, prayerful verses, I believe, in each of these sections, that all of the verses ending with those words, hear us, holy Jesus, these short prayers, I think, lend themselves well to the evocative and contemplative nature of a Tenebrae service. And then the continuity also of having one hymn throughout the entire service helps you to keep your mind in the story of the crucifixion. And that's one of the points of the Tenebrae services, for us to be reflecting on what's going on. So I like the continuity of this, the short verses that are all the same. We don't have to worry about thinking about other hymns. We just sing this one thing, and it keeps us in that story, that passion story of Jesus' crucifixion. Now, the only downside that I can think of to using this hymn is that we don't get to use any of the other ones, except for Stricken, Smitten, and Afflicted. That is the other hymn, the only other hymn that we're going to be using on all of Good Friday, and that one will actually be at the beginning of our service, where it's paired with its scriptural source, which is Isaiah chapter 53, and that, of course, being a chapter that prophesies the suffering and the death of Jesus. So we will be reading Isaiah 53 responsively in 4 sections, and then putting those 4 verses of Stricken, Smitten, and Afflicted between those as well. And that order makes sense for our service. First, we will read and sing of the prophecy of Jesus' death and suffering, and then we will read and sing about the fulfillment of that prophecy. So 2 scriptural sources, Isaiah 53 and the readings, or the words from the cross, and 2 hymns to go with those, Stricken, Smitten, and Afflicted at the beginning, and Jesus in Your Dying Woe through the end. I hope that your Holy Week is going well, and we look forward to seeing you. I hope you learned something. Thanks so much for watching.